Mamma mia!
Mario is an Italian plumber who, under your control, enters the Mushroom Kingdom. Fight off killer turtles and deadly ducks until he can rescue the Princess Toadstool.
Okie dokie.
I am the game.
Yeah, do you think any kid playing this game gives a shit about the fucking stock market? Nothing comes between you and the game. It blows my mind. It's like, what were they thinking?
Fuck you!
Come on, jump. Jump. Come on, Mario, jump.
Thanks for coming out, guys. This rocks. A Wednesday, huh? I love the vibes here, dude.
Susie? Susie?
Yes.
Susie cream cheese? Susie cream cheese. Honey, what's got into ya?
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this, media?
He's back. All you had to do was ask. Super Mario Bros. 3 from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power.
Damn. That commercial gets me every time. Guys, how we doing? Happy Wednesday. It's good to see you. Welcome. I'm America's #1 online video game personality, Ben the Parvinator Parvin, the host of the Gaming Lifestyle Lounge. And I'm here to hang out with you guys. How's it going? Welcome. Hey, Aiton, welcome. Well, I can't do that today, but I would like to do that. And I bust this game out. Let's do it the next time. I could set it up. I could set that up here. I have like I guess the Mac. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but like the Mac Retro. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I won't go into the details, but I have a way to play it at this point, so we should do it. I'd be happy to do that. Rhizone, welcome, buddy. How's it going, man? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Excuse me. The throat was cleared. We were ready. We were good to go, and then technical difficulties, like usual. Always find a way. Welcome, guys. We're here today to play a little Mario 3. And yeah, that can go up to the top. Thank you. Welcome. How's your week going, guys? It's been kind of a crazy one for me. And I got the news too. I was waiting. I was going to have some family come to visit, but there was an injury. Someone had fallen, and I'm laughing. It's not a laughing matter, but they had fallen and hurt in their, broken something in their foot, I believe, and were in a cast for a bit. So there was like a delay, a rescheduling, and then I don't know if things will be healed. So we'll just see. I was going to say we were left with it. We'll see. But how can you guys be flexible? Of course, yeah. But that flexibility is a matter of like a few days, and we just got that answer. So it's like, yep. And yeah, I'll have some family coming here really soon. So schedule's going out the window for a little bit. So I was feeling kind of crazy today. I got to do something different. Breath of fresh air. I guess we last played this game on Mario Day. Then again, come on, who needs a holiday for that? We don't need an excuse. Rhizone, good man, awesome. Yeah, finally live. Well, thanks for hanging out, buddy. Glad it came through. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, oh, that's strange. I thought it would say Wednesday. Usually, I thought I have something set up for Wednesday, but yeah, maybe that was already like in progress or something, so you weren't, or like that where it was on the schedule, it was already past that time, so maybe that was it. Well, guys, how you doing? Welcome. What's up? Let's get into our game here. Let's play. Playing it on the Famicom. I've got one of the... I have the original model Famicom that had been modded for AV, but it went out after a couple weeks. The video just degraded, just got progressively worse. After it lasted, actually everything was good till about a week and a half or so, and then yeah, it started going out. It's my turn to suffer it. Yeah, it's come up a couple times. I feel like it's I don't want to feel as if I'm totally running away from a challenge. There were some tech difficulties before that were in the way of that, but I think that would be a lot easier to set up because, yeah. Previously, all emulation I did on the stream was through the Retron 5, which was less than ideal, and I would not recommend to anybody. Oh! Now I've got other methods. Yeah, so maybe the calendar, yeah, it was already past it, so yeah. Sorry about that, Rhizone. Well, yeah, it's weird. Excuse me. I was hoping I'd be able to stream tomorrow. Wrong controller. I was hoping I'd be able to stream tomorrow, but that is... If I do it, it would have to be something pretty short, and I'd have to be able to get it out of the way earlier in the day, which is hard to do, so... I don't think it would happen, and it would be something a little different. I don't think I would play, one of the games we've been working on lately. This is always a good little change of pace, too. Oh, cool. So you're still kind of working on some late edits there, Hyathan? Oh, I'm seeing your second message now. Let me get back to that. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, well, yeah, next, whenever you do get it set, I don't think it would be that difficult at this point. I haven't played anything NES-wise, but, yeah, whenever I was playing Dragon Quest 3, the remake, with Super Famicom and, Game Boy Color that I've played on there, and I think it's just as easy as having the right ROM. It should play. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Well, hope you guys are doing good. Yeah, Nick, welcome. Rhizone, Ayaton, everybody come on in. Thanks for your patience in getting things set up today. I had a lot of elements already set up for Mario 3. And I didn't realize, though, that it was missing a couple key things and, like, some stuff like, Woo, girl. Almost missed that. Oh, come on now. Some stuff like the, you know, like a microphone would be set to, like, an old setting or something, or camera before some changes were made. Get back down. So we'll go through every world here. We won't skip any worlds. We won't do a whistle or anything, but we'll go through every world and we'll take our time with it. There's some coins and stuff that I just love to sort of take my time on. I don't really like rushing this game. It's just so fun to bop on enemies even when you don't need to, I guess. I guess bopping and staying airborne is like one of the main speedrunning strategies when you watch this game being played. Yeah, it's great, Rhizone. I mean, a tremendous amount of hype and then lived up to it. It took everything that the original Mario Bros. Did well and just expanded on it so hugely. Oh. Boo. Boop, 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 boop. Do, 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 do. All right, it's time for my quarterly forgetting of all the cards. You know, whenever we get to the card game, I'm gonna forget all the little, you know, tells. Let you know which board you're on. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna fly for that whistle. Let's just stay down here. So I always point this out, but there's a little difference here at the end. If you're used to the North American or other versions, you know, maybe you remember this being in a different place here. That little cutout where the spikes are. I think it was at the end before, so you could kind of run to the end and be safe. Something like that. And I believe that door is kind of in a slightly different spot. Throwing controllers. That's right. Yeah, you can go all the way to the right. Yeah. And in this one, it's like, yeah, you know, of course, you can't just go all the way. You'll get smashed. You've got to hold up, see that there's a little carve out in the wall, and try to get underneath it. If you haven't made it to the door already. Ugh. Allergies are bugging me today. I feel like I'm on the cusp of a sneeze. Rhizone said, quite possibly the most played game of my childhood. You know, it's really up there for me, I think, too. Gotta be with something like Ocarina of Time for, you know, most time spent on this game. And for me, Rhizone, yeah, I think this, like many, you know, I don't know. If I had to say that there was like one game that I felt like I kind of came into my own a little bit as a game enjoyer, you know, I would say it was this game. And it was seeing myself as a kid start to really have fun with it, where, you know, like once I got good enough to where parts of the game that were tough and were almost like, even, you know, as a kid, it's like even had a scary element to it. I felt like at a certain point I really kind of learned the physics overall, you know, enough for like a little kid. And I realized all the fun you could have kind of, you know, I don't know, whoops, taking your time drifting somewhere as a... Come on, man. You know, as like as this power up here, bopping off of enemies' heads, trying to do things like going through large portions of the game like this, just for fun, you know, with Mario. Smashed, you know, ducking. I remember doing that stuff when I was pretty little. You know, it was one of those games that I just like feel like I got a hang of, and I watch myself kind of, you know, kind of get better and realize that I could play it not just for completion, but to even like open it up a bit, right? You know. Isn't there like a... Oh. Oh, hello. Where was it? Shit. No. Oh well. Coin ship. What a joy. Yeah, I think it took me a little while to like beat the game even, you know, but like so many of those games back then, you could get really good at the levels that you were doing over and over again, but maybe you didn't always have time to beat it. I know as a kid, if I warped over to about, you know, if I warped to like World 7 too soon, that one was still difficult for me to do with just a few lives and just the couple power-ups you might have if you warped really early in the game. So, let me adjust this mic, sorry. So yeah, I feel like I, you know, yeah, it took me some time to get the hang of it, but you know, it also helped that I didn't have a Super NES, so I'm playing this game for very, you know, into that era. Yeah. I missed those on the bottom. Yeah, you know, it's funny too, because like I don't have a sense sometime for how much time I actually got to play video games. Because, you know, I was thinking about this, and we always talk about like, you know, in many cases this is true, I think, but that like, hey, I don't have as much time as I did back then to play. Of course, that's often the case. But that does have me wondering, well, then how much did I get to play? I wish I could kind of get a sense for that, you know? It was a lot, and it was most days. Yeah. That's cool that you had that as the pack-in, All-Stars. Yeah, it's a great introduction to the games if you hadn't already played the NES. I mean, you know, it's a whole lot of value for that cart. I will always love these original versions better, but I played a lot of All-Stars as a kid too, because we'd go over to friends' houses, and hey, I knew those games from the NES versions, and you know, like it all looked cool. I was pleased with as a kid with some of the changes made and stuff, but there were others even then I was like, oh, I don't know. I kind of miss my version, you know. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Totally, yeah. Yeah, playing them with friends, playing them in a different venue, in a different setting. All-Stars was a fun one to play with friends. Holy, oh, what is going on here? All-Stars I found to be pretty fun because, yeah, because of that save function, you could bust out a quick couple levels if you wanted to. Always seemed pretty easy. Instead of just the first couple levels that you would do over and over again. I was starting to get at something like that earlier about how, you know, like, yeah, you would sometimes, you know, just due to time constraints, you would kind of play some of those first several levels over and over again and get really good at them. And it could be a game you'd never completed. Right. I mean, yeah, you know, we've talked about this, but if I were to look at my childhood library of games, there were, you know, it's like several of them I did beat, and I remember just loving that feeling. You know, never forget that feeling of beating some of those first few games, and I wanted more of it. But for each of those on the NES, there was another one that, like, you know, I don't know, some like a mock racer or something that, like, I don't know how hard it is to beat that game. I don't even know what the objective is. I just kind of got on it and tried to stay alive as long as I could. And I remember the music. And yeah, and then I would usually die after a couple minutes, and then that's like all that game ever was to me. Like Kung Fu. I would play it, I would do like the first few levels in it, and then one of the bosses would usually kill me, and I'd hear the sound. You know, everybody's favorite.
NANI?
And good old all right. Boss laugh. I'm looking for a sound thing I have for this right now, but yeah, exactly. That's what's tough about going to Worlds. Like, if you warp too soon and if you don't have the skills to pull it off. Yeah. Oh, speaking of skills, looked away for half a second. I need to hone mine. Shoot, I think one of those is like a power-up. I would really like to have a tail for this next section. Screwed that up. Hello.
Wow, Sonic's fast too.
So there's a lives exploit I love to do in this next level, and I sadly can't do it unless I can successfully get in here and get us and get to where the tail is. Now let's see. This is I gotta do something kind of dumb to get to it, and then, but I mostly just want to show it off. Been doing that this one since I was a kid. Pretty sure oh, fuck me. You need to go ahead and get out here or something. Alright, here we go. Hey guy, hanging out right there. Oh, sugar. This is the one I want right here. I'm gonna have to like readjust my grip. There it is. So this is one I've been doing since I was a little kid. I usually have them further over to the left because that notch where the thwomp is can kind of sort of get under that and get stuck or, you know, hit it prematurely. Sort of mess up your rhythm. I'm pretty sure, so I had a strategy guide put out by Nintendo Power for this one, and I'm pretty sure it explained how to do this trick. And there's other one-up tricks that it taught too that I don't know as well, like that one out of the pipe in World 1-2, I believe. I see Ryzone's talking about Mach Rider. I gotta see that in a second. I know there's been a couple folks in the chat who say they really like this game but have never beaten it, and I recommend if that's the case, just learning one of the lives exploits and yeah, just if you have a couple hours, just, you know, do the lives exploit and then just see what you can do, get as far as you can, and then you at least have a whole bunch of tries. You know, you're gonna get a bunch of attempts. The game is definitely beatable. There's a level of, you gotta, you know, of course there's a level of memorization, and having been in there. Well, I suppose we'll head out at this point now. I'll get the last 3 here, and I think I can still make it. Oops. Go, Mario, go! Ba-da-ba-da-bum-ba-dum-bum-ba-da-da.
Sonic Skateboard.
Oh, girl. Yeah, those in the chat that haven't beaten Mario 3, you know, you gotta... Look, I say this with love, okay? You gotta beat this game. Hey, we gotta work on that, man. We all got stuff we gotta improve on, okay? Alright, here we go. Ryzen said I never discovered that one-up trick. I just remember seeing how long I could stay in the air with the Goombas from the pipe. Oh, cool. Well, that's too bad. You were so close then to probably, you know, that means you were just a touch or two away from, you know, the discovery of a lifetime. That's funny. You know, the music for Mach Rider stuck with me, at least partially because, or I'd say probably mostly because my mom would hear it and it would get stuck in her head and she would go around singing it sometimes. And thanks, Ryzone. Oops. I got my dime piece. Wait. That's not what I wanted. Well, shoot.
Shadow, damn you.
This feels good. Glad we're playing this game. I actually spent too much time thinking like, holy crap, what should I play today? Should we do Earthbound? That would be 3 days in a row. Really liking the game. Don't really have on principle, don't have a problem with that, you know? And then there's Mario 64, but I realized this might be the last stream before, or like until the end of next week. So I got family coming in, and I think I need to take tomorrow to kind of prep and do some last minute errands and stuff, and yeah. I think so. We got the 3 folks together. We ended with the Legend of Bowl with Jeff, Bowl Cut Kid, making his way over to, oh right, that's just the tail. Making his way over to, well, via Magic Flight, making his way to Threed to meet up with the other two. Crazy game. I thought too, do I 10 cents none the richer, exactly, yeah. It's also too bad that I was considering Mario 64, but I have a bad habit of finishing games on the, like, and this isn't, I don't mean to make this sound like the hugest deal, but, like, if I regularly am streaming a game on a Friday, there have been a couple of games that, because I get so excited to finish that game, I'll do like a couple in a row, and I'll finish it on like a really odd day, and then I'll have some of the regulars be like, "Oh, you beat it!" Oh, oops. And it also just kind of, I like the consistency a little bit myself. I mean, I'm just a little early there. Oh, man. Come here, son. Yeah, so I think I'll wait. We'll next, and we've been doing Mario 64 like every Friday. There have been a couple extra streams in there, but then we'd still follow up with playing it on a Friday or something. So I think we'll just stick with that. It feels good. We'll wrap it up. I don't know that I'll be able to do it all in one stream either, because there's well, you know what? Let's go up top. But yeah, there's still 9 stars remaining, and it just depends on how, like, social of a session it turns into, Ooh. Go-burn. Come on. I don't want any of these coins here. Guess it's mostly just to get the ones that are in the water, huh? Come on, dude. Go, Mario, go! Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. What are you doing? Wasn't expecting to still have the P speed. Alright, here we go. Whoops. Yeah, they can, like, it does. It goes really social sometimes, Yeah, you know how it is, Rhizone. Yeah, it's I think it's, yeah, you get excited to finish it, that, yeah, you'll kind of want to binge it, and then it's a bit... There's not necessarily a wrong way to do it, but when I add a level of emotion and build up to some of the other streams, when there's kind of an anticlimactic end, it feels a bit disconnected from the rest, so... But who knows, maybe a little bit of that is like, I got all the energy when we first start the game. It's like, alright guys, we're gonna take a look at the instruction manual. Alright, let's look at a behind the scenes here. Let's watch some commercials. And then by the end, I'm like, I love this game, and I gotta finish this game. I'm never gonna, yeah. Right. Well, I'll be saving this one for a Friday, I believe. Hopefully next Friday. I think I'll be able to do it then. I would like to stream tomorrow, but you know, everything you see, this green screen and all this stuff, I've got to like collapse it down. It's not, this isn't very hard, but I basically need to like push everything up against a wall, get and put as much stuff in the closet as I can, because I'm gonna have family staying in the gaming lifestyle lounge. So tomorrow is a maybe, and it would have to be like just maybe a couple hours of a stream, and that's about it on the earlier side. We'll see. I want to do a little deep cleaning too, because yeah, I do have the fam, you know, I got some, yeah, they're coming over, and some of this stuff is, you know, for our eyes only. Some of the grime around a sink, for instance. Yeah. Yeah, totally, Rhizone. Yeah, it's huge. I mean, it's a... And it has been a special playthrough as well for me, and I think other people have seemed to really enjoy it too. The stream has kind of grown. The chat has been like a little more, you know, like involved and fired up, and so, you know, it's yeah, I should try to do it right, you know. Don't these guys just have the hammer? Or I think one of them gives you a hammer. Oh, shoot. That felt timing was all off. Alright. We don't need that for this playthrough. Other one must give us the hammer. I don't want it anyway. Alright, let's move on. I really always loved the color scheme on this level. As a kid, I just thought it was so striking. I think that it's stuff like this, that it's the bold colors of this game, and you know, one could say the small color palette, you know. But I don't know, like when I play All Stars, it looks too washed out to me. It looks a little sanitized, and this one feels kind of Crayon World, high contrast, you know. And of course, it's the version I was first playing for many years, so I'm gonna put the most time on. So, you know, that's always in the background. Alright, big boy, here we go. Going right in the hole. Oh, come on, we got him though. Just a little early.
Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
Yokata! Yokata! Such a gorgeous game, isn't it? Crazy that, you know, compare this stuff to like the earliest Famicom NES stuff. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what it is? It's like, I think All Stars looks it looks better and more polished, but I think it's the style choice. I would say I prefer what goes on in this game, I think. But it was very wowing. There was a lot of wow factor being used to this and playing All Stars and noticing all the backgrounds, some of which I didn't always, or kind of felt like, wait, that's how this would look in the background, you know. But it was a technically it felt very impressive to me. And as a kid, I played a lot of when I'd go over to a friend's house, we'd play a lot of the Mario 3. Mario 3 and Mario 2 feel pretty faithful. And look pretty faithful, in my opinion. In All Stars, yeah, those versions of 2 and 3. Bum 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 bum. Broom. Wasn't that like here? Or... Nope. I love that sound. I as a kid, I always thought it was really funny when you're watching the... Oh... Shit. Careful now. When you're watching the, Shit. I gotta change my grip, too. Come on. That's a first death of today. Whoopsie. Alright, well, I half dropped the controller on that one, so... Good stuff. Do 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 do. Do do do. Whoops. Can't let these, flying fish dictate where I need to go, okay? Oh, come on.
Donkey.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I think that, well, that's a good point. I mean, like, if you look at the worlds of this, you know, the construction of the worlds, this is very striking here, right? And yeah, I think Super Mario World did go in that very bright, colorful direction, huh? Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, it's funny because for the time it felt like such a great value, and I think it reviewed pretty well too. All Stars did. Come on, man, what was that? You just screwed it up. Shoot. Holy cow. I lost a lot of my, don't jump yet. I would usually have taken you out a couple times by now. Well, alright. That one's always a nightmare as a kid. Oh, hey, sometimes as an adult, too. Always glad when I get out of that. Yeah, and that's interesting on the ice, those ice levels, too, yeah. Yeah, there were some kind of striking differences. The Bowser's Castle... Some of those backgrounds I remember liking, and other ones, like the giant portraits of Bowser and stuff, and it's not like they wouldn't have put something like that in the original Mario 3 if they could have. Chances are, I mean, there's statues of Bowser and stuff. And maybe that was in Mario, the original Mario Bros. That I'm thinking of. I'm drawing a blank now, but... Hello. Woo. Oh. It's funny, I started to look at the chat and then I just had to do a double take because I thought something appeared right in front of Mario. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Dude. Did. Wee. Why? Oh, come on. I forgot about that second blast. Jeez. Get up there, boy. Come on. That's funny. I was like, I couldn't remember what was right there. It's a P. Okay. Well, good stuff. Hello. I'm gonna pay for that. Still gets my heart racing to this day.
Only from Nintendo.
It's a Venus fire trap. No. They get you with the second one, you know? Fools like me, at least. Whoops. What was it? Okay, we probably have a bunch of power-ups at this point. I remember as a kid, I would go and get the item and then duck or usually fly off the screen if I had a feather. But yeah, I would get the item and just duck down and stay ducked down until it would end. Or, you know, if you've already got little, if you're already a little hyperactive kid, you know, video game's a great way to express some, you know, some tics or some, you know, little quick bursts of energy. You can just have Mario, you know, doing like this the whole game, or any chance you get, just have him start ducking down to the beat. That was another one. Dude, twitching. Hey, there's a rhythm to it, you know? That rhythm is however many hertz of that electric pulse that runs through you. Just... This will soon turn into a problem for you. I forgot what's down there. I didn't do something I usually do there. There you go. Hey, thanks. Yeah, welcome, Invita. Hope you're doing well. Oh, hello. Almost got hit there. Yeah, thanks for the sub. Yeah. Yeah, taking a break. We've been doing some Earthbound and Mario 64 lately, but schedule's getting kind of crazy, so trying to switch it up a bit. Yeah. Yeah, Rhizome. Yeah, it's funny to watch folks who play games at a high level and their little twitches that they have. Oh, shoot. Alright, yeah. It's like, slow it down, buddy. You know, it's funny because I play this game with a different grip now than I did as a kid, and it still some days, on some things, throws me off. I didn't use the, like, overhead, you know, claw grip thing when I was a kid. Oh, shoot. I forget about this part. Struggle bus this time. Might have been a star there, I don't remember. But yeah, some things like swimming, I don't like with the doing the over the top. And as a kid, it was always just playing with the thumb across so that I could hit both, you know, like hold the dash button down and jump. And it's funny how, like, I don't know, I'll still get thrown off sometimes. I have to, like, switch it up. I think I'm overall a better player than I was when I was a kid, but there's certain things that I'm not as good at. There's certain things where it breaks down more. But yeah, but just, yeah, back to, like, twitches from folks who play these games at a high level. You know, I'm not, Nick. I guess I should clarify. Yeah, when I'm playing these days, most of the time I'm doing this. I can do this one with the fingers too. I know you can't see it, sorry. But with, like, fingers or left hand over the top too. But yeah, I'll do a little bit of left hand under. And I'm sure that's not ideal. Oops. With this game, I think if I just put the controller in my hand, I don't know, I had to stand up there. If I just put the controller in my hand, I still think, like, most of my hours on this game have been played like this, you know, left hand, yeah, just like this, right hand kind of over both, of course, so you can dash, you know. But I think at this point, the last couple of years, it feels more comfortable switching it over. You know, it's always interesting. Like, as a kid, I didn't love those joypad, I always forget that we go over this, like, every time we play this game, but there was there were a couple of NES joysticks. The NES Advantage, my cousin had. Yeah, it had, like, the 2 turbos and stuff. I'm gonna get us a pig. This is a huge... Why is this pig so huge? Okay, alright. 1 second. Come on, make life easy for me, please. Wow, that thing is big. Let's see if we can fit this sucker to the screen. Yeah, my cousin had one of those. I've never owned one. And I didn't like playing with it as a kid, but then again, you know, little tiny kid hands. Some folks liked it as a kid. I was quite, you know, I'm pretty small when I'm playing NES. How do you like it, Rhizome? Yeah, you know what, Nick? It's funny because, like, I think I sometimes will play with the left hand totally over the top as well, rather than thumb. But yeah, I bet that's more, you have more control that way. I will say my thumbs will get sore when I'm playing these games. You know what? We don't need those items. I think we'll just continue on. Or do I usually get those? I can't remember. Well, what the hell, guys? Let's... You play Mario 3 so you can go hop in your little boat, right? Oh, wait, I don't have a, Yeah, we do. This is why you play the game, folks. Oh, that's cool, Rhizone. Yeah, you'll have to check it out sometime. Yeah. Yeah, so this, this controller here, what I like about the NES controller is that it does fit into that later model of Famicom that I have, the one that loads from the top. Well, they both did, but it looks like the one we call colloquially the top loader. Or what do they call it? The new NES? Or no, I can't remember what they called it in the US. The NES 2, maybe. I believe the title for this is like New Famicom is what they called it in Japan, I believe, but and yeah, so I had an NES controller to play the Retron. Let me skip those. And I'm glad I had that thing around because it's been really convenient for hooking up to this new Famicom. It has a really long cord on it. I will say I really like the Famicom controllers that come on the original Famicom, and I've heard that it looks as if the ones for the twin Famicom are similar. They have a sort of rounded edge to them. Actually, I've got one here. Still have one here. Give me 1 second. Here's the original model Famicom. Oh, I've taken one of the controllers off. They fit into these little slots. And then this is for the Famicom disk system here. That's the disk system adapter. Anyway, these controllers are hooked in, and they're really short. That's its full length right there. This isn't a great perspective. I can't really show it to you though. I mean, that's it. That's the whole thing. That's taut. Fairly taut. Yeah. These controllers have a rounded edge to them. And they feel a lot more comfortable in the hand for long periods. You don't have just purely, this one cuts to a pretty hard 90-degree angle, the NES controller does. And depending on how you hold your controller, it will cut into your hand. See, I'm all tangled up. But yeah, you can just sort of see it just comes to these kind of hard edges here. There's no raised middle like the other one, the Famicom. So, pros and cons, yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah, well, and you wanted to be close. You wanted to be close, and then you had the reason of needing to be close because of the controllers, too. Yeah. It's crazy because that original Famicom, you've got to be so close, which is why it's just funny if you watch some old retro gaming documentaries and it'll show a family at home playing a Famicom, or just it'll cut to some kids playing or something. And we were often on the floor, to play the NES, but we had a much longer controller. Much longer. They're always you gotta be right next to the machine. You're very close to the console to play the original Famicom. Oh shit, what am I doing? Let's get to the pipe. Sorry. I'm carried away.
I just like jumping on things and killing them and shooting things.
But yeah, having the cables on the ground, hoping that an adult doesn't, that's why it was always best to have it if you had a playroom, that was the dream. Have your own room for gaming. in hopes that you don't have to worry about the adults tripping or, you know, stepping on a cartridge. Mostly worried about the cartridge, you know. The adult's gonna be fine. Just like taking these guys out. Alright. That's my cue. Okay. Get your act together here, buddy. You know, I'm not very good at taking the bosses out with the, you know, fire power up. Fire flower. I don't know. I don't know. I generally think it's easier to jump on top of them. Guess it's faster to knock them out with fire. If I went in every single time with the intent to take them out with fire, I'm sure, you know, you'd learn, but... And she's always going to get a shot off before she jumps. Gotta watch for it. Like a shot off, like once she comes out of her iframes there. Spinning it around. Alright, good job, Mario.
Like, I like how you shoot the people with boomerangs and bombs.
And this king is looking kind of familiar right now. It's Mario's cousin. World 4. This, I think, is one of my faves of the game.
In the US, it's mostly Mario that they want.
A lot of these are so short. A lot of these loops for the world music, they're so short but sweet. Sure. Slow it down a bit. Look at these big blocks. Love it. Oh, what are you doing? Oof. Yikes. Felt all wrong. A ton of those big blocks, man. Alright, there's death number 2, huh? I said death number 2. Don't change the counter. Alright. I love the waterfall here. It's a it's MC Escher meets Mario. Alright. Have control of your jumps here, Mario. What in the world is wrong with me? It's the over the hand. I'm lacking the confidence. No, we'll get this back on track.
Hello?
We may still make it out with a few lives. What are we on? Page 3 already? I think you get... Is it 3 or 4 pages of inventory you get? Yes, Nick, absolutely. It's, right. This is the ancestor, right? Of Tiny Huge. It's a family thing. It is, yeah. Oh, Rhizome. Yeah, you know what? I've been missing that one for a while now. There's a couple things in these levels that I don't do. You know, that like I just don't ever see anymore because I kind of have a bit of an auto route. I'm curious about that now. When I said 3, I was second guessing it because it sounded oh, come on, man. Sounded low. Alright, some of this is I'm just small Mario right now. We just need to get a little momentum going. God damn it. Okay, alright. Hello. I know how to play this game. Be methodical. I would never usually take that jump. I think I'm usually knocking one of those out with a turtle shell. Do. Alright, we will survive. As long as I keep Mario alive. Do. Alright. Let's just forget about the beginning of World 4. These guys are funny. Learning the timing on those is fun. Yeah. So, you know, that's definitely one of those things I miss every time, Rhizone. So yeah. Looks like we're working on page 4 now for the Japanese version. So yeah. I think same number, same limits on inventory. It seems. Doobie. There you go, Mario. Precision. Don't say something like that. That's perfect for a perfect thing to say right before you screw up, right? Such a fun little game. See, all the little things that Mario 1 did. A gag like that is, you know, feels straight out of Mario 1, but it's kind of an example of having all these, you know, being able to take it up a little bit and punch it up some. And of course, you'd see it in Super Mario World. Many others hitting an item and then having to walk it over. You know, I should say, like, hitting the block to have an item come out and then having to accompany it, you know. Follow it down to the other side. Alright. I like these little guys. Oh boy. Swamps are still scary to this day. I was so... Oh man, what are you doing? I was so excited in for that first time playing Mario 64 and seeing Swamp's Fortress. I just thought it was the coolest thing. That's what these guys look like in 3D?
What's the beef? Who's the perp?
Alright, we're getting through this, slowly but surely. Oh. I forget how to start this one. Not easy either when you're, not easy being small. I'm gonna try it again small, even if we die. I want to get the little hit down. Shoot. I usually can get him on the first jump I do out of the water. Let me just try that another... I might lose a couple lives, but... There it is. Grandpa feels like he's got something to prove now, you know? It's personal. Big old blocks. Oh, I don't know that I have Rhizone. At the beginning of that level there, like that one that you start on. Yeah, I think yeah, you know what? I have memories of maybe trying to go into that pipe, but I feel like I always just move right these days. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. With the frog suit, I guess you get in easily, and then everything else, like it can be, it's like a little bit harder, or you gotta catch the angle. Yeah, I haven't thought about that pipe in a long time, but now that you mention it, I feel like I've... Even just your ability to go through it at all. With any upgrade. So that's sweet, I'd forgotten about that. Hello. Game's looking pretty good. I'm not getting the... you guys have it a little bit buffered. Let me try to, one second. Every now and then it starts to get a little bit behind. I'll just go ahead while I'm thinking about it. Cool. I think I usually do one of these over the other. I'm thinking it was the other one. Oh, man. Oh. That was a really interesting series of events there. You know what? Let me try this level. I haven't worked on this one in a long time. I think I usually go to 6 up there. Yeah. Yeah, see? We're gonna get the turtle shells, see? And you're gonna knock them against each other like a dumbass, see? Alright, there we go. Alright, we screwed that one up. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, maybe I'll do that every few levels or so. I'm just gonna be stubborn and try it again with small Mario here. I'm just kind of having some fun on this one because I'm dying a little more than usual, but... This is the one I need to get. Mamma mia, finally. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Don't get hit. We've got tracking ones. Homing bullet bills. If you can believe it. Oops. Hello. Yeah, wow. I don't think I've done this. Oh, crap. Oh, yeah. I've not done this level in a while, because I don't have much of a working memory for it. Or,
Here we go.
Alright. Oh, that's cool, Rhizone. Yeah, don't you love that you can still find some secrets? You know, so much later. Whoops. I'm caring less about this card game. Well, it's nice to know, though. As we get our inventory filled up. Alright, let's get this game back on track. I can often go a really long time without any deaths until kind of late in the game, but... Stacked a few up, but I also... Yeah, wanted to, like, be stubborn for a couple of levels. I think this is actually another location to do that trick, potentially. Although, it doesn't look like there's enough room to well, wiggle. As one does. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, right. And if I go to the one on the right, we've got, I believe, like a, I could get a leaf, I believe. Whoops. Come on. Easy peasy. Oh, I forgot about all that stuff. Something on the right up there. Check that, check those boxes out up in the top left, too. I usually just bop on him, but I wanted to see how quickly we could get it done. Hey, this is fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging. I think I needed a little change of pace. Nothing against Earthbound. Mario 64. All right, World 4 boss. Here we go.
Here I go.
Taihin, Taihin. Oh. The fastest level in all of Super Mario Brothers. This part here is just asinine. What a hilarious, like, oh, you have two ways to figure this out. You can just jump over these things, or you can go over the rotating donut screw thing. I think we can land right on the edge. Yeah, got a little space there. Bum, 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 bum. Gearing up too to play some Genesis as well. That's definitely on the horizon. I'm really excited. Especially since I didn't have a Genesis as a kid. It feels like a lot of this is kind of making up for some lost time, you know? And most of my friends didn't have Genesis. There were a couple that did. This is, I think, the only level too, the only like boss level, if I remember correctly, that has a power-up right here at the end. So it's the only one I'm thinking of. I like how the ship will, you know, stop scrolling when you get to the end here, and you just... I actually remember kind of staying on this page for a couple seconds. You still got a timer, but I remember as a kid thinking it was like on a level that stays scrolling, there was something a little bit meditative about getting to the end, and it's you go down this pipe and you're fighting a boss, and as soon as you hit that pipe, it's on, you know, but you had this little moment of Mario catching a little breeze. You know, maybe he knows if he goes down in that cabin, he's never coming out again. Stakes are high. He might be leaving this airship through the, well, through the through the sewage pipe, right? Flush him out if he doesn't go in here and handle his business. All right, here we go. But it's kind of cool how the ship will just rock back and forth there. Fun atmosphere for 8 bits. Crazy. Let's get a refill real quick. Working on some soda water. Vodka, actually. Just hanging out in my plastic bottle. Well, I guess a lot of vodka actually comes in plastic, but plastic that's made specifically for it, right? Signs the letter Peach.
Let's go!
I think, though, that this is probably... It's World 5. Worlds 4 and 5, I think, that stick out with me the most. And World 5, I just thought was the coolest thing as a kid. The transition between world and sky. Isn't there something to the chain chomp at the beginning of this level? Like, if you let it just, like, bark and rear at you for a certain number of times, it'll actually break off?
Frickin' what up, dude?
I mean, it really sounds like some Mew. You can find Mew under the truck kind of stuff. Do-do-do-do-do. I take in that world music. Do we want to stay on the upper level or go down? Doobie doobie doobie. Scooby dooby dooby. It's nice to just stand right on top of the box and just collect them instantly. So I've been playing some FF9 with my wife recently. Again, it's her first time. I've been through it. I mean, I played it for the first time a couple years after it came out originally, and I really loved it. And yeah, we cleared the Fort Condor section. I don't know if you guys remember that, but yeah, I'll be talking some FF7, sort of light, nothing crazy, just gameplay mostly. But yeah, there's a mini game, the Fort Condor like mini game. It's basically you get to this place, there's this giant condor on top of this reactor apparently that's built into a mountain, and these folks, you get the story from these folks. They're like desperate for help when you get there, and basically Shinra is gonna come and I think they want to get some kind of materia out of the reactor. And these people have said enough, and this condor is basically just going to be killed for Shinra to come in and get it. And so that's all the premise for this kind of like sort of real-time strategy, or I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Well, shoot, I've got to get another one of those in a second. I'm trying to think of what you would call this genre of minigame, but yeah. I don't know, it feels a little like something like, you know, StarCraft or whatever. Tactics, something tactical. But yeah, you know, you're moving you have to purchase these units, and they're all just, you know, kind of units, like tactical units with titles. The Defender with a ton of HP doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's a real tank. the attacker, which is good at killing beasts. You know, the enemy has several types of units too that are specialized. Well, you know, some general, some specialized. And it was funny because we set it all up, and I was like, you know, do you want to do it? Because it's her first time through, but there's certain things she's like, oh, you do it. Like, that's cool. I don't mind. I gotta get this. So we have boot plus fire. Take that. And I'm doing this sequence, and basically, like, you get to set your people up in their defensive positions to defend the mountain and the reactor and stuff, and then the enemy starts coming on, and you have to move your people to engage. You can have one who, like, you can have a repairer who repairs other units. And I didn't really know how to set it up. I did a terrible job with, like, setting some catapults up close to our base that ended up doing nothing the whole time because the enemy never got up there. But I thought everything was going really well for a while. We were taking we had, numbers-wise, we were really doing well until it came to take out their commander, which is, you know, that you take the commander out, the game's over. But they're probably going to be the last one you get. And they're slow to get onto the field and stuff, and slow moving. And that thing just started ripping through the units that I had, and I basically got to a point where I watched several get killed. I had like one defender left, I believe, one repairer, you know, that like shouldn't do shit. Or, what do they call them? Maybe it was a worker or something, I think. A repairer. I can't remember if there was a repairer or what, but anyway. And then like the catapults, you know, they were way up there, and this guy was gonna walk. The commander had found a path to walk where he wasn't gonna get hit by either of the catapults. It was terrible placement. And, it's funny because it was coming down to the wire, and oh man, shoot, that repairer actually killed the commander. The one who had been no, it was a different one. It was like, I think it was known as worker or something, and its thing was it could plant a bomb. And, you know, that bomb would, I guess, I think it's like a landmine. If it's stepped on, it would do huge damage. I didn't realize how that function worked, and I put the bomb in a bad place, and the commander, like, went right past it, basically. And it's like you only get that one to put on the field at a time or something. And it came down to the one that plants that bomb, I think they were known as the worker or something, but it came down to them. And they actually had, I don't know how, I wish I had recorded it, because they, in this epic battle with the commander where I thought, surely they're toast, he went in there and he smoked the enemy commander. Game over for them. We won. I was thinking, what a hero, man. Well, I managed to talk through one of the coolest things in the game, but I explain it you know, most of you guys know what's up, but that last level, we're still in World 5. You start on the ground, and when you get to that level that we were just in, from the outside, it looked like sort of almost like a honeycomb, but with like a spiraling kind of staircase and big castle, you know. Spiraling path. And yeah, basically you just keep going upwards in that level, and you'll eventually get to the very top there, and when you go into that pipe, you show up way up here in the clouds. And this is where you'll do the kind of second and biggest portion of this level, I think. It's a lot of levels up here. This boss, you want to try to beat them the first time, because if you don't, their airship can go down to that bottom level. Now look at it down there. almost out of items. Boop, 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 boop. I'm gonna leave that here. Almost out of room for items, I meant to say. Room for more items. Isn't there some... You know what? I never explored this part here. Oh, shit. Is there something cool here? I feel like there is something down in these. It's been a while since I've checked this one out. Is there something cool? Alright. Hello. Oh yes, this one is as soon as I get it, I usually lose it. Really easy to get that leaf right there, and then boom, you'll become you know, just raccoon tail Mario. My cat was hanging out just before the stream, but she disappeared, and every now and then I'll hear something creeping around in the closet. She's like, I'm not creeping. I never fight this guy. It's down here. Getting a little more adventurous than sometimes. Alright, take it easy. I just wanted to do a little more exploring, because some of these levels I do get really quick going through. Kind of forget some of the secrets. Oh, it's close enough to get the tail flip in. That was actually accidental. Didn't even mean to hit him. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and use a couple of these music boxes because we don't need them in our journey. I usually can go really fast on those 2 blocks, but lately I haven't been feeling it. I think there might have been a star back there, even. Gosh, I'm hearing one of those hybrid cars come down the street right now, and, you know, it just like... I don't know what it is. Actually, I say hybrid, but I think they're like a... I don't know. They can be hybrid or the all-electric ones, but they'll have that extra sound that they pipe out. And I don't know if you guys were hearing it, but it was just like... just... this very ghastly noise. There it is, still going. Oh, kind of died down. Been a very loud neighborhood lately. Alright, let's do another level. Like you two on this one, huh? Is that right? You, me, and Like You 2, 3. Like You 2 makes 3? Oh, good God, sir, be careful. Oh, heck yeah. Would have been cool if we could have gotten that one Paracupa. Knocking the levels out. And this one can give you trouble. It's a tricky level. Every now and then I'll get a little hung up on this one. right about here. Little laugh. Well, it's once our friend, everybody's favorite, shows up. This guy. I should have let him roam a little bit longer. He can come back at some inconvenient times where it's really hard to avoid him. If you, botch.
Let's get rid of this sucker!
97 lives, nice. Alright, one more. And you know what? Let's, I don't want to have to chase this ship around, so I'm gonna pop a mushroom real quick. This music. Do 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 do. Such a short loop. Love this game. I haven't played Mario Maker in a long time. That I was just realizing that the other day, Mario Maker 2. And that's another game I got, and I feel I've underutilized. I was into it for a little bit, and enjoyed getting on, and mostly off stream. I did play a little bit on stream, but yeah. I was really impressed. So I didn't see the original Mario Maker because I knew almost nothing. Oh, come on. About the Wii U rather. So I didn't see the original Mario Maker. Too much jumping. Oh, it's staying up here. Sweet. Shit. I was gonna try to get a star I'd seen, but forgot where it was. Oh, another one's already appeared. They're like, have another shot, sir. That was really bad. Where's that freaking star? I didn't mean a star anyway, I meant a fire flower. Sorry. Well, I don't know what I'm doing here. Alright, let's try this one more time. A little bit easier if you stay up top, if I remember correctly. God damn it, what am I doing? Ugh. I have like a whole bunch of extra buttons there. Grr. Come on, Mario. I just got myself in a bad position. Alright, let's go get that mushroom house, actually. I don't know if I missed that one earlier. Alright, we got this. Kind of a struggle play today, but that's alright. I don't play this game often enough. Being very gentle by staying up here on the top level so far, being very kind. This airship is. Boop, 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 boop. I think I can stay alive until I get that mushroom at least. Let's see. Oh man, wow, I ran out of runway, huh? Okay. Here, steady. You can jump all the way to that one, huh? You know, I used to hit these cannonballs more, but there's some weird things. Like if you hit them close to the margins of the screen, or other times, they have some hitbox issues, the little cannonballs do. I think maybe they were more unforgiving in the Japanese version, because I seem to notice it more when I'm playing this one. So close. Just need to get a little bit higher. He's got my number today. All right, here we go. Him and his level. Is that Roy? Hey, that's right. Can't forget the big lasagna. I know! These freaking battleships. Also, used to be better at this game. It's okay. I gotta work it in. Work it in the schedule. How you doing, Nick? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Oh. See, that was like kind of a crappy hit there on that cannonball. They've got some strange hitboxes, those little cannonballs do. Shoot. Stunned. Just stunned. Yeah. Oh, cool. It feels good when you're wearing you got a good band tee on and someone appreciates it. Nice. Yeah, glad you enjoyed it. You know, nice trip to the park, and it is nice. I think especially when everybody can be so you know, people can be very stressed out. I think it can be nice to get into a public space and see people having a good time, you know. It's a bit of a antidote to some of the malaise that we can get just kind of sitting inside all day and reading what the next terrible thing that comes across our phone, you know. Same thing last time. All right, this is it. I've been messing around with this. I think I'm in need of a break too. Doing a little bit of a dance. You can't really get a big jump off of those, huh? Mario, you fool. That's what I'm talking about right there. That was pretty much squarely right on top of that cannonball, and it counted as a death. Alright, here we go. I saw that was stripped out of the bill, yeah. You know what, honestly, it really is Mario's fault for thinking he could leap on top of a flying cannonball anyway. He's quite a guy. He's a heck of a guy, don't get me wrong. Love Mario. But every now and then, the hubris of it all just kind of gets to me. Finally. I made the big leap. Just gotta watch out for cannonballs. Dun, 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 dun. I know. I remember. So I remember a. He really can, Dustin. Yeah. He's got some nice overalls on too. Yeah, welcome. I remember a friend of mine. We were playing some Smash Bros. And he games, but he was not like he wasn't hugely into it. He was he liked Smash Bros. And he had a couple. I think he'd had a 64 and stuff, but like he didn't know a whole lot about Wario and learned more about it through Smash. And some of those games where we'd have to play against Wario, or someone in our crew would use Wario sometimes. And I just remember my buddy just having a moment. He's just kind of like, you know, this is like a long night. Everybody's just, everybody's feeling the spirit. It's just, you know, we're all in college and we're playing some Smash Bros. And I remember him just pausing for a second and kind of like, Wario, man. That guy is so vile. Like, they just make him so fucking disgusting, don't they? We were just cracking up, just like watching his mannerisms in Smash and the like, you know, just, yeah, he's like Mario, every worst impulse of Mario's, you know. Yeah. There you go. I like that. Made it look easy that time. Hello! Yeah. I think his first appearance is in Super Mario Land 2, I believe. Because the boss of that one is Wario, I think. Isn't that how it works? Something like that, or maybe that was. And then he would get his own series. In addition, the Wario Land games, which were on Game Boy. I think that, you know, Nick was playing something, man, what system was that for? But it was something that was maybe GBA, I believe. It was a Wario Land 4, I want to say. Yeah, our little bowing mushroom retainer. Thank you so much. Mario Land 3 was Wario Land. Okay, thank you. Okay, that's cool. Right. Okay. Yeah, I still remember that commercial with Wario in the like I'm hypnotizing you, oh whatever. It was so out there. No wonder some of us turned out the way we did, you know. We're having this imagery and Ren and Stimpy and
What's the beef? Who's the perp?
Good. Twice the pride, double the fall.
No, I don't know Erie, Indiana, no. They really were crazy, Dustin. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hey guys, this is going really well. Thanks for hanging. Speaking of commercials, this one's wild too. The Mario one. If you haven't seen it, let's get the audio for it. 1 second. I'll flip over in just a second. I think I've got to wait till it loops. Let's see. Hell, let's swap over there.
He's back. All you had to do was ask. Super Mario Bros. 3 from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power.
Damn. Talk about a revolution, you know, a revolution of the people, too. Yeah. Tintone, it's good to see you. Sorry to hear that you might be in Twitch jail here. Sorry about that, man. But thanks for hanging out and thanks for the lurk. And yeah, it's been, I'm really enjoying Earthbound, and what a game. Yeah. But what does, Nick, that commercial just now, it's like a what is it, like the California Adventure, that one big ride they have there. where yeah, you go, you're like, I forget what it is. They changed it to be like the whole world, I believe. When I went, it was the whole world, not just the grand state of California. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get a little break in, guys. Love to keep chatting, and let's do that. But yeah, let's all get a little breather. I'll see you guys back here in just a bit. Thank you all for hanging out. This is cool. The chat gets smoking hot right before I leave. All right. I'll see you guys in a bit. BRB. Wait, that's the gameplay. All right, here we go. I gotta go here. And now I can transition. Okay. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Good to see you. How's life?
Video game trauma.
Oh, man. Full of video game trauma, eh? I know how it goes. Well, don't worry. It's just you, me, Mario 3, and some cool people here in the chat. We're hanging, chilling. Nothing to worry about. Aww. I've said it before. I'll say it again. You know, in case there's anybody here who can read that sign is telling me not to touch it. Well, you know, at the time I couldn't quite make out. I could make out most of the letters. Hiragana and katakana, you know, for sure. I will say an employee at the place took the picture, and I have a plastic bag in my hand that may be holding a Super NES game in it. Or I was going to use it in case I got some games. I don't remember. But I came prepared in case or the Super Famicom. So I wanted to buy some, and I did buy a Super Famicom. It's many years ago. Still, that thing's still kicking. It looks good too. It's not yellow like a lot of the ones that I see. Anyway, thank you. Beautiful thumbnail. Thank you. Yeah, you can get the hell out of here now, please. Thank you. Yeah, with that being said, I'm doing my best in this current living situation, but there does get to be some light over in that direction. Not a whole lot, but it's not I'm not gaming down in the basement like I would prefer, you know. There is no basement, but I think that was maybe ideal, like prime. My most ideal gaming situation was for a handful of years when we were still at this one house, and I got one of the rooms. I switched to one of the rooms downstairs, which was like the coolest thing ever. Oh, I should have kept the fire. Whoopsie. Useful in these stages. I had a room downstairs. I remember a whole lot of Ocarina of Time being played in that room. In the dark. Yeah. I think it is sunlight, Dustin. Yeah, oops. Oh shit. I think that is like the main thing is just oxidation of the plastic. Well, not oxidation, but I think it's UV can cause it, and yeah, I think exposure to air does work on it. But yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of NESs look really yellow. Famicoms as well. And yeah, folks will use like retro bright and stuff, but I hear that can be hit or miss, and you know, it will go back. It will eventually just come back to its yellow, so you know. That's what I'm saying. I missed the gaming down in the basement, you know? No, there were no windows in that room. It was glorious. I always say, mo windows, mo problems. Here I've got a window, and in that windowsill, I've also got a lot of friends, because I am pissed off at this place. They've done a full-on like treatment, ripping out drywall and stuff for termites one time already, only because I stayed on them for forever, because I'm living in the place where we're finding termite droppings. Fun. Oh, hello. Mario. And then they came back, I told the landlord, and she gave me a spray can of insect killer. And it's like, lady, this is more than a, yeah, This requires a little more than a can of kill on contact spray. I don't know how to tell you that your apartment is infested. What's up, Roats? Welcome. Just talking about termite infestations and stuff. How you doing, man? Welcome. Oh! So it's like I got the worst of both worlds. I have too much sunlight and termites in that windowsill. You'd think that maybe that would come with some darkness, or, you know. Happy Wednesday, Roats. Oh, God. Mario, you're missed an opportunity. They did a full treatment. Well, I should say, well, let me just break it down, actually. Someone in the owner's family who is like does the maintenance came over, and with one of his workers he has often, they ripped out a bunch of drywall and they did some spraying. Now, I don't imagine these guys know what the hell they're doing, honestly. Whoopsie. I did not play that well. That's okay. Whatever. And also, I felt a little skeezed out just having to come and stay in this room after that, because it's like, what are you guys spraying too, you know? Hey, welcome, Herbal Aquarian. How you doing? Stuck on level 7? Oh, it's a tough game. Get a whole bunch of lives so that you can just die a million times. Yeah, there's a few places in the game where you can just rack up as many lives as you have time to get. And yeah, that helped me, I think, get through the game the first time. Nice. All right. Well, hey. Well, you know what you must do. 1 million deaths. And you will eventually find your way in, you know, find your way through and beyond. It could also really help seeing some stuff played too. I think sometimes just, you know, we lack that sometimes. Like just having an easy example of someone with you, around you, like playing the same game, same time, and to show you how it's done, you know? And I feel like a lot of gamer knowledge was acquired. This was the way that we passed our folk gaming knowledge down, you know? And of course, Twitch is a virtual example of that, but yeah. Yeah, maybe if there's a couple levels you're having trouble on, maybe just seeing somebody else get through it might be the lightning bolt, you know, the light bulb moment. Maybe that's what I was trying to say, or the lightning bolt moment, whichever. Whatever you need to get through it. I don't know. See, I don't know if they did any traps outside, Dustin. They ripped out a bunch of drywall and like a good chunk of the wall, and then like half the ceiling, and did a bunch of spraying. And then patched it all up poorly, and then they're back. So, yeah. I'm frustrated, yeah. Frustrated. I don't know. I think one of the things that bothers me is it's a situation that I see getting like a little bit worse every day. And you know, it's kind of tough to like live with something every day, and you know, you have a bit of a feeling of helplessness watching it get a little worse every single day, you know? And maybe that's part of shoot, maybe that's getting old. But yeah, when it's a particularly like a, you know, it's an insect infestation situation, those don't usually just get better on their own. I don't think these termites are gonna like run their course. Without leaving some very terrible damage at the very least. Ah, damn it. Ooh, be careful. This one's tricky here, because you don't want to bounce off those top. If you bounce off the top piece, you'll go into this cheap. It's a tight, really, it's a tight squeeze right there. Get through it, Mario, get through it. Oh shit. That guy never went for his thing. I was expecting him to throw. Oh crap. Jeez Louise. Oh hey, this guy walked up on us. It's been a bit of a struggle playthrough. I'm not amazing at this game, but I can usually get through with just a handful of deaths, you know. I racked a couple up on a level or two, but I also got stubborn and was like, I don't want to use a power-up. I want to All right, we were working on... Okay, let's get back in here. Oh, the crunchy noises. I haven't been able to hear anything, Dustin, but yeah, it's I can see they dropped the termite frass. Learned a new word throughout all this saga. Frass. F-R-A-S-S. And frass is what comes out the termite ass. And, it leaves that on the windowsill. God bless America. Leaves it on the windowsill. And, in the previous, when it was really bad that last time, it started to come out of the ceiling. And I was just like, no. Like, you guys have to get in here and do something. I'm tired of talking to you about it. Like... To me, I also don't, I can't fathom, because I can't fathom owning a building, and a building that these folks also, I know, like, they have owned for a long time, and even, like, it was like a family thing, and now I think they own a lot of stuff, a lot of, oh my god. But this was like, you know, one of those, this is part of the portfolio. Also, you know, it's just like termites, oh, come on, they just don't get better, you know, like, it's not, like, you guys understand, this could, like, forget about renting to anybody if, like, the damage gets too extensive, like, this place is gonna be, you know, could be totaled, like, come on, there we go, Mario. I like it. Anyway, enough about termites. Sorry, it's a personal grudge of mine, because it just sucks. Again, seeing it every day. Cleaning up termite crap. Oh shucks, we used our hammer earlier in the game, huh? Beep bop 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 beep beep. Knocks on wood. Hopefully you don't hear a hollow sound, you know? Alright. For us it was seeing the frass on the windowsill, and then when they started to get in the ceiling, it was I would just see little dots everywhere. There were little holes, which were their mud holes, you know, they're... They're sanitation pipes. I gotta change my grip. Get a grip, Mario. Almost done. Oh yeah, I always forget that it's down here. Come on. Got no momentum. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. I know, it's frustrating. Yeah, I feel I haven't loved our living situation these last few years because we got this apartment. It was at a pretty good discount, which is great. It is quite small, but it's, you know, like when we look around at other apartments, it's like, oh, dude, we'd be paying a lot more if we moved and stayed in this neighborhood. Now, the issue is we were in this neighborhood not too far away before, and it was too small of a place. It was just one bedroom. We since she was working from home, and at this point I wasn't even thinking about streaming. It was only because I would have the space we got here that I could even do it. Oh, come on. Stupid. So like I learned a lesson too, because this place, just the situation around our place is just kind of dreary. It's not that great, and it wasn't even, it was like a 10-minute walk away from our previous place. But I just don't enjoy stepping out to the street, you know, and there's usually some bullshit going on towards the end, like a bunch, like there's tents and fires that start and stuff, and it's like I'm sympathetic, but at the same time there's like, man, it's crazy because some of the folks that come through, I'll see like a new face or something, and I'll be like, I feel like this, you know. It's you'll notice how that can change, and even like, you know, I've seen like a few waves of unhoused folks come through, and like it's kind of funny because like the first group that was here kept a pretty small footprint and was actually like would try to talk to neighbors and everything, and I think, you know, they're aware, like, hey, I you know, this probably doesn't look great to everybody, but I'm trying to keep a clean space, so on and so forth. And but it's just like, it just gets to where it's like I'm all, you know, every day it's nothing too crazy, but it's just like, you know, I don't know, man. I just get tired of it. And then outside of that, the streets and stuff, like on the way to my run, I run in a pretty nice place, but on the way there, it's like the street is just incredibly beat up. The sidewalk is covered in gum and like dog shit, and you know, I was like, yikes. Come on, guys. But part of the reason why we moved here, well, yeah, it was the space, and then also it was a little bit closer. It is like very central to things, very easy to get around. Easy, really great transit options. Wasn't bad at the last place, but even better here. But I'm realizing that, like, the importance of also enjoying your immediate neighborhood and having, like, businesses you would want to go to, and things that get you out and about into your neighborhood, and you enjoy just taking a walk around it. And, yeah, it's not oh man, darn, it's not an all or nothing, but I know I was gonna go straight into that. Come on, dude, get it together. Yeah. Whoopsie. Screwing up. Let's try it again. This is not a great level to go in with as small Mario, but you know what it is for half a second I was like, oh, the little ones don't hurt me. They'll just grab on. But you fool. I don't know why I thought that would work. That is something I learned from a jerk. Alright. Oh yeah, isn't there like a... There's another level. I need to get down, I know, but you have to be able to come back, fly up to this portion, I believe, right? Or is it... I forget how this one works. Exit is one of these pipes. This one's got a weird exit, I believe. One of these pipes, I think. Yeah, there it is. Back on track. Yeah, and you know, I really like aspects of city living, but it can be different block to block, and yeah, there are other parts of this city that I've enjoyed a lot more, you know? Shoot, even just like our last place, it just felt just nicer overall, prettier, a little less like concrete jungle, you know? You fool. So one thing I haven't mentioned yet is the Japanese version. If you haven't played it before, dude, come on. It's there's one quirk you might know about, but it makes the game a lot harder, and that is in this Japanese version, you don't have as many hits to tank as you would playing in any of the... Dude, wow. As you would in any of the other, you know, the like non-Japanese versions. There you go. So the way that it works is like, let's call this Mario like tier 1. You know, tier 2 would be like a Mushroom Mario, right? Big Mario, Super Mario, I guess, so to speak. And then tier 3 being any of those cool things like fireballs, Tanuki suit, so on and so forth, raccoon tail, all that stuff. In the North American and other non-Japanese versions, you die. Well, sorry, rather you get hit as Raccoon Tail Mario, for instance. You'll go down to Super Mario, that level 2. In this version, yeah, you go all the way down. You go all the way down to Small Mario. So you have like one less hit there to tank should you be at one of those sort of tier 3 power-ups or levels, you know. And there's got to be a better way to explain all that, but yeah. Yours is pretty good, Dustin. But yeah, it makes the Japanese version harder, and I think you'll notice it. There's a couple places I noticed it that I will tank a hit when I'm playing the version I'm used to as a kid. The version I played growing up. I will, like, especially against some of these bosses, I will play a little... You know, sometimes I'll kind of I'll linger a bit. I'll go for that hit that's going to result in me taking damage too, because I know I can tank it. And in this version, you just find yourself up against the ropes a little sooner. Closer to just being one hit away from death. So of course that's going to change the way you play sometimes if you're used to kind of tanking hits. And I didn't even realize I was doing it as much until I played this version. It's cute, yeah. There's some cool power-ups. The that one, the like Tanuki one, you know, where he's got the tail and he can turn into the statue and stuff. I feel like, sadly, you know, you never get to keep it long enough. You get hit too soon. Ouch. Well, let's try that again. Beep, 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 beep. Yep, oh yeah. and one of the biggest trolls is that you can have the Tanuki suit, and then if you touch the leaf power-up, you go to Raccoon Mario instead. Which just feels like such a letdown, you know? One of the times that you get the Tanuki suit, they have one of those leaf power-ups, just like... And then the next, basically once you come out of the room where you got the Tanuki suit, it's right there, so it's very easy to just, accidentally pick that up, or pick it up not knowing that it would replace your cool suit. Come on, you should keep the Tanuki suit. All right, we got this time. Skirt. Small jump. That's it. Funny how they start some of that jump there and a couple of these other ones. They're really starting to play with sort of lower momentum jumps where I guess where the game, you know, like the game intentionally makes it so that if you sort of go full force, you can't make it. You kind of need to like let off a bit or have more control. At this part of the game, they start having more of that. Like it requires a lot more touch. And you can't just sort of do a one big jump all the time. Okay, probably gonna take some damage here. Get to the guy, god damn it. Be careful. Hello. Came right to me. This is so cute. I loved this as a kid. My cousin and I, when we would play, one of us would usually say, "Don't let it touch the ground," you know. We always wanted to jump and grab the wand. And if you let it touch and bounce, you know, it's bad luck. It's going to cost you 10 lives. All right, World 7, everyone's favorite. This game is so hard if you warp to this world and you don't have a bunch of items and you don't yet have the chops to play some of the harder levels. It's feels like a different game at this point, you know? Get in the hole. All right. Thank you guys for hanging. This has been a really nice... well, until I died right there. I was going to say it's been a really nice change of pace. Never mind. I'll go back to Earthbound. it's been, I really like this game. This has been fun. I like trying to bust it out every few months. Yeah, same here, Dustin. Yeah, it's... I know, yeah. Well, if you... I totally... Because I remember as a kid, most of the time, we're not doing what I'm doing now with, like, trying to go through every world. We would usually try to warp. Because, of course, why not? But it does make it hard if you warp kind of early and you don't have a lot of good items. Because some of these levels, I'm not above... using like a star or the... I'm not above it. Using some of your good power-ups to get through it, because I just want to get through it. Must get every coin. No save, yep. So you're going to be playing this level a lot? Definitely, you're going to be playing, well, of course, World 1 and a whole bunch. At least up to that fortress where you get your first whistle, but you're probably going to keep going until you get a couple. One, two, three, four. Ooh. Let me get rid of a couple of these old items. I'm not going to use the music boxes for what we're doing. I want to keep that P-Wing here. I'd like to keep that on the list. Beep. Oh, that's just going to use it for the pipe. That's funny. Get up in the... Oh, yeah. Oh, totally. The World 7 frog suit. Oh, that's such a classic move. I think everybody who, when you haven't beaten this game, it must be a universal experience. Like when you haven't beaten it or you're still kind of working on those first couple times, there's just some universal experiences here of like having a million frog suits, getting stuck in World 7. You are the master of a few of the levels along the way, but at a certain point, you're gonna falter. Oh, is that a... I don't remember what we get for our troubles. There we go. I'll take it. It's fun trying to use the frog suit on a non-water level. You only need to get a few of these open, but if I were to unlock each of these boxes to jump, you have to hit them from underneath. I swear, if I left one hole, I would find a way to fall into it, so... Lately, we just get them all. You only need a couple, because you just need to bounce across it. What's up, Francisco? Welcome. Oopsie, get up there. Shoot. Thank you, iframes. Isn't that the one? I thought it was back there, so I kind of stopped for a second. Oh, hey, sometime we're gonna get around to this game. Earthworm Jim 2. I know a couple of you guys have mentioned Earthworm Jim 4 Roats. I know you mentioned liking that one. I really liked these games. I had like the Duo pack or something for PC, Windows 95. I don't remember exactly what, but I played it on my dad's computer. Through the crashes and all, and that game crashed it a couple times, for sure. I think it's time to... Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Ba-dum-bum. So the only Genesis carts I own are, Sonic 2, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which I actually haven't even tested that card out yet. Love to get around to that sometime. And, oh, come on, dude. Get it going the right direction. I missed the one that's there, and I missed the... Oh. Here we go! It's bad.
This is a dud.
One more try? This level can be one you get hung up on, too. There's a momentum to these stars. If you... you can only get the next star if you have one currently. So that one that just jumped out of the air, it wouldn't have come out for us if I weren't already with the star power up. There we go. I think that there was a star actually in that leftmost one there. I usually run out, so maybe I just kind of gave up, forgot. I'm pretty sure that box on the left there I could have hit. That would have been the star to get us through to the end, I think. Alright, next up. I don't really care about any more items at this point. I think we're good on that front. Yeah, so there I was on the corner of the 4th and 5th levels. Pipe World. I had received a communique from some sweet little number named Peach. Said she was looking for a... Said she was in need of help. Where could she be? I must have read that note 1,000 times. I lost the voice, but yeah, there. I'm tired. It's Francisco. I like it too. Yeah, I watched it as a kid. I loved that show so much. Somewhere on the soundboard I have Do the Mario, but I'm not sure where. Do the Mario. Yes. The power of flame. I was going to mention this earlier, but as a kid, I would always giggle when they would include the sound effects from the games in the cartoons. There was one for Super Mario Bros. 3, there was one for Super Mario World, and then even like one prior to the Mario 3 one, I believe. But the ones from Mario 3 and Super Mario World would always... the sound effects, they would use the brrrr and stuff, like whenever they would get touch the leaf power up, you'd have a lot of the fun sound effects, and I don't know, as a kid, it was like, oh, and they would show the worlds, like at the beginning of a level, or at the beginning of an episode. Sometimes they would show, a little mock-up of what the world looked like, or even footage of what it looked like, from the Famicom. Oh yeah, this level. I know what we need to do. Let me go back to that first room, actually. That was the one I needed to go to, back there. Come on, dude, you know what you're doing. And now, when you're in here... That's the one. Going down the pipe will get us to what we need to get through the level. Our favorite suit. Down in B gets you the statue.
Nothing is more important than the simple act of people getting together.
And now we can get back to the main hall, and let's see, one of these... I think it's gonna be like... Oh, I had it. I just didn't see it. It was in just the right spot, too. Didn't see it until it was too late. It's right about here. I hear you, time. We're good.
One more word out of you and you go.
There it is. Thank you guys for hanging. It's a fun one so far. Hey, we can go fight this. Oh, I don't want to do it while I have Tanuki, though. I don't want to lose my Tanuki. Can you blame a guy? I want to lose it the traditional way. Via a fireball or something. By walking into one of these Koopas. This level's a trip. Right. Exactly. Yeah, you know, the traditional way. Get into the level and lose your suit within 5 seconds. As Shigeru Miyamoto intended. I sometimes forget you can go across from one side, you pop out on the other on this level. Oh, whoops, there's a... That's the one we need. I don't know what all's in there. Probably a 1-up in one of those, or at least some kind of power-up. So many question marks, huh? So many boxes. Oh, I'm a little close. Shoot. I can't go down. Darn. Okay. Yep, I screwed that up. Oh, shoot. I forgot all about that. Nice. All right, so you gotta leave yourself room to get into the pipe, because if this thing clips into the pipe, it'll just disappear and you'll fall into the spike. So you want to start getting turned around so you have room to jump. That was more room than needed, but yeah, that's how it's done. Something like that. I don't know. for an amateur who doesn't speedrun. This is one of the games that I play at a higher level than, like, I don't know, I guess it's, I don't speedrun and don't, like, I'm not amazing, especially, like, God, with, as a kid, when you just had the folks you play with, you know, your cousins and whatnot, you could think you're really good, and then these days you just go online and you see someone who, like, plays the game in a way you didn't even know was possible. Absolutely, yeah, that's a good example, Dustin, yeah. When I first started watching Mario 3 speedruns, my god, he did it. I was blown away, and I still haven't watched a whole lot. That was silly. I forgot about that I had one more thing to go to there. But yeah, they blew me away. Seeing them stay in the air for most of the game. Alright. The game starts wearing you down sometimes. As you get into World 7. It'd be good to have something other than just a star here, too. There it is. It's not, you know, it's one of those things like when you do it right, it's not difficult. I should just say, like, if you just hit the right rhythm on it, it feels, you know, it feels easier. I felt like I had a little time to breathe there because I could let the stars jump ahead of me some. If you start hitting the boxes in the wrong direction and the stars go left, you know, you've got your work cut out for you. But I noticed how much time I had to breathe because I got into a rhythm of like letting the stars hop for a little bit and I could kind of chase them down. That's sweet. Feels good. Get out of here. Thank you. Thank you for disappearing. Hello. I want more coins. 99 lives is not enough. And that's it. I'll leave that last coin there. I'll just leave it hanging. I gotta watch my posture. I've been getting into some really bad... some bad gamer neck. Feel it afterwards. Wish I could just get up and fly like Mario. Some gamer neck. Yep. You guys know what I'm talking about. Sadly, it afflicts millions of gamers every year. Millions more suffer it chronically. I would have liked to have taken this... This is where I screwed up. Yeah, I would have liked to have taken that. I could have jumped a little bit with more confidence if I'd taken that piranha out, the one that I was on top of. Alright, there it is. Get out of here, dude. Alright, gonna have to get you on the run. Easy does it. Totally, Dustin, yeah. I'm also realizing how much overstretching I will do sometimes. Like it's a bit of a reflex or kind of a, you know, sometimes a nervous action. Yeah, I will like overstretch sometimes. Especially I'll do my neck like that a lot, and I've come to like pull something, I think, just from doing that sometimes. And it's crazy because I'll usually feel something not great in the moment, but it'll be like the next night or something, and my neck will be really locked up, and I'll be thinking, what is it? And like, today has been pretty easy. I don't know what's going on. And then I'll remember, like, some not that crazy, you know, something I used to be able to stand, but, all right, come on. God, you had it too. Just going way too slowly. All right. There we go, easy enough.
Mamma mia!
You know, when you play through each world, it's like so much of the content really is back-ended, huh? You know, because you can, especially when you're getting through those earlier levels easily, and then you come to a point where you start dropping some lives. All right, you know, we're here. Maybe I'll pop a mushroom real quick before we go in here, just to have something.
Game over.
Look at what the king's been turned into. More soda water.
Here we go!
This is... I may be able to get a short stream in tomorrow, guys, but this may be the last stream until maybe end of next week. Got some family coming in, so... I think I'm going to need tomorrow to run some errands and get this place cleaned up. We'll see. If I can stream, it'll be something short. Star Fox 64 comes to mind as a possibility, since it's... I could even get a couple runs of that and it'd be like, you know, a little over 2 hours or something. We'll see. Might have to take a personal one. That's because, yeah, a lot of this tiny little room here is gonna have, yeah, our tiny apartment is about to have a lot more bodies. Bye-bye. I like the airship levels. I know they're not everybody's cup, but I like them. I like the different color theme, you know, schemes as well. A little different theme for each level. And I always like how at the end of the level it just cruises like this. Just...
Let's go.
Yeah, I think well, that's a good call. Oh my god, terrible start. Throw that one in the garbage. I just got off to a bad start. Yeah, you know, I think actually whenever I see complaints about this game, no worries, Dustin, it's okay. Whenever I see complaints about this game, it is most, like, you know, the side-scrolling levels I often see as a weak point in reviews and stuff, and yeah, I know in general a lot of folks don't like them, but I don't know, I've always kind of liked them. It felt like a change of pace to me. But also maybe it's one of those things where, like, you know, also if you're, you know, playing the game a whole bunch, I'm sure something like that would really come to just grind your gears, having to do a really slow side-scrolling level. Yeah, definitely. Right. Yeah, it is. It's sometimes you get that feeling that it feels forced like that. Alright, I'm not messing around this time. This one's quick, too. He's quick and, you know, he's big, so he does make the ground shake. Oh, shit. Thought I missed that. Alright, fireworks. You guys probably heard that one. I was getting the party started. Get the party started on a Wednesday night. Fuck. Okay. Nice.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Well, that having trouble getting that first hit on him, but we got it done. Nice.
Here we go!
Oh my god. King of Koopa. Let's see. Don't I have that doing? Oh no. No. That'll do. All right, World 8. Here we go. Final world. Let's just power through for a bit. If I have to take a break, I'll make it like a quick little bio break or something. How about World 8, huh? Scary. Mario takes down a whole tank, a couple of tank armadas. Couple of tank convoys. He takes on a whole armada of ships on the Spaghetti Sea. Here we go. That red. I think Ayaton called it the ragu. It ain't the kind of lava your grandma makes, you know. I don't know, I was trying to go for some kind of Sopranos-esque. Alright, here we go.
Yeah.
Too tired. I know, isn't it funny? And I love the huge cannon too. As a kid, I thought it was really funny. You know, I couldn't be too mad watching like Super Mario take a giant cannonball to the face. You know, at a certain point, you kind of just have to sit back and laugh, right? And it comes out quick too. But they give you, you know, they give you that chance to like get out of there. I always forget that that's hard. If it's, the object's not gonna roll. Get him. The ragu. Oh, shit. Right, you can swim. I forget that, yeah, on this one you can swim. You can even go under the whole ship, right? Under the whole thing if you... Okay, I should look at the game screen sometimes. Just looking down. I was just looking down at the soundboard. Okay. Alright. Oh, shoot. I'm late. Oh, shucks. I bet, you know, we watched Little Bob Ross the other day, so I think since my throat's kind of hurting, I'm just going to go into a bit of a, you know, a nice, pleasant Bob Ross, you know. Oh, shoot. He does a lot of, oh, shoot. There's a lot of wool, which, you know, starting a sentence with well, but it's wool, you know, being from... That's a... It sounds like how folks talk for where I was growing up, so... Wool. There's a lot of will I'll be, or, you know... well, this or that. Well, shoot. Yeah, right. I love... there's some really funny little quips that he pulls out. Yeah, and I'd forgotten he was from Florida. That's right. God damn it. You gotta look at the screen. Whoopsie. My bad. You're cool. It's Dustin, it's really not your fault. I like to be able to look at it. Yeah. Yeah. Gosh. I don't know if I can lose any more lives here, so good point. You know what it is? I usually take a break before World 8. Maybe I should do that. Come back. Let me do that. I'm going to take a couple minutes. We'll come back. We'll chill for a little bit after we finish this game, too. I can do that. I'm feeling kind of tired, but... You know what? Forget that. Forget I said anything. I'm going back in the ragu. I'd also just hate to get into my inventory, you know? That'd just be a shame. To use an item that the game let me get. Alright, I will, feel free to type, and I will do my best to remain vigilant. I know there's a lot of lives at stake here. See? I saw it pop up, but I'm not gonna look. You gotta have discipline. I don't know about the configuration of all these cannons either. It feels like there's going to be a lot of friendly fire going on, but... Unless they really design their whole tank armada with Mario in mind, which would probably be the right thing to do. Or at least, well, it would have played out well in this battle. Watch out for those wrenches, I know. The persistent wrenches, like on, I think it's maybe the next level when you're doing the airships. Oh, yeah, well, the next big one there. I'm gonna do these levels here, whether it takes me down or not. Let's knock them out. Yeah, I love it. The grabby hands as a kid felt so scary. Yeah. I shouldn't just say as a kid, you know. There you go. Like that. Good timing. You can have some kind of fun slidey action in that section there. Start sliding around a bit and just kind of doing a sort of waiting out that last jump so that you can squeeze in right in underneath the hammer. I don't know, I like that little portion. I just gave up on that one, I guess. Doobie doobie doobie. There you go. Useful. Oh yeah, we had like a... Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the last page, I think. Wait. That's the last page. Okay, yeah. Oh, I should use that before it turns into something else. Do not die. Come on, have some momentum. Where's your joie de vivre? There you go. All right. I guess I should have used an item because it will just replace the last thing. So I could have had like a few of those power-ups there. All right, next up is everybody's favorite, the airship here. Yeah, I was saying those wrenches that just persist and just stay on the screen can really screw you up on this one. You know, being able to fly is great, but sometimes a last-second fireball is really key on this level. Just like that, that would have been a hit. This is okay. I need to come in with fireballs more often. That one's tough there. That's a part you really got to have a lot of control. It's kind of repeated there. Don't want to slide too much. Watch the wrenches. And everybody's favorite mini-boss. You know, I always mention this. Yeah, hey, thanks, Ichigo. Thanks for stopping by, man. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Did you stream tonight? Like how it says, Mo Mom. Mo Mom. It could say LOLOL if we had Luigi around. Or any combination of him or LO. Him or LO, him or LO. Doobie doobie doobie. That's a sentence I found myself halfway down and I didn't want to finish it anymore, you know? Don't you hate that? Pretty sure there's a power-up underneath, but it's... Nope. This is a world I'll get stuck on sometimes, for sure. That's the one. You know, I think when I first started making deep runs into this game, this was a level that would still catch me sometimes. Especially when, it's good to have some other stuff on the screen for this part. Oh, cool. Oh, awesome. You guys play TMNT. Oh, I'm sad I missed that. Well, yeah, congrats, dude. Hope you had a good time. You'll have to tell me who all was playing this time. This level always struck me, you know, I mean, of course, if you've made it to like World 8 in the first Mario Bros, you know, that really striking white and black color scheme. I forget, there's a one of these right or left is better than the other. Maybe it's one-ups if I go the other way. Ooh. There we go. Good stuff. Oh, cool. Oh, nice, Ichigo. Yeah, man. Oh, shit. This thing's... Hold on one second. What did that say? Hold on one second, guys. Sorry, my cam went out again. This happened last night, and I was thinking it wasn't because it overheated, but because it wasn't plugged in anymore, and now I'm not sure. Get that disconnected again. What does it say? Battery exhausted. What the fuck? It shouldn't be running on battery. Hopefully I'll be able to... Sorry about that. I usually keep it plugged up to a USB-C. And I don't know. I guess it hasn't been getting power from that lately. Shit. Or it's like it gets itself unplugged. Ominous music. I can't tell if it got plugged up. I don't think it did. Nope. Well, shit, guys. I'm close to the end. I would like to finish this, but it happened last night, too. All right, let me go BRB for 1 second. I'm gonna take a look at it, guys. Sorry. Yeah. It's. I think I might have a short in the cord that plugs into it. We're so close to the end. All right, I'm gonna go BRB for 1 second. Sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. Yeah, this was happening last night. I think that the cable I used to plug up my cam is It's got a short or something, and I would take a longer look at it. I want to try to trace it back, see if it's plugged in good at the base, but there's a chance I could knock over another wire or something while I'm back there, so it's kind of sus, a little hazardous, so... shit. I'm sorry, guys. What I'm gonna do is I'll just have to finish this thing out, no cam. We're almost to the end. Sorry about that. I would take a look at it, but I'm about to be on streaming break for a while, so... I've got some family coming in this weekend, so I'm about to be gone until at least the end of next week. So that would be a great time. I'll have a couple minutes to, as much as I love the fam, I'm sure we'll all need some moments away from each other. So I'm sure I'll get a little time to follow a chord, see what's going on. It's weird. It's always had the same USB-C cord plugged into it. Come on, can we get Mario? Alright, I'm phased now. Thanks, Ichigo. I miss... Apparently I can't play with the camera off, What does that say about me? Jeez. I'm not going my usual way. What I meant to do was... Fuck. Hey, let's try that again. That was not the path I wanted to do. I went a little too far. I usually go into one of those portals like just before that point. Alright, here we go. Stella's gonna get her groove back right here. I know, right, Ichigo? It's... Yeah. Sorry, Road. Sorry, I know that's a deal breaker. I got it. I am. It is really frustrating. I was worried that it was, that I told you guys yesterday it had overheated. That was just my best guess. But yeah, it's like this USB cable that's plugged into it is apparently not working. Holy F. Get your act together. This is where I want to stop, right here. I think if we go down here... Nope. I'm gonna try something real quick. Alright, a mercy. I think I need to go to this lower one, actually, and... I do want to get up to that one in the top right. That is where I want to go. My god. Let's try it again. Why don't we use a single power-up? Although lava isn't going to help us. Sorry. I know. Sorry, Tintoncito. Yeah, sorry to disappoint you guys, it's... I think one of the toughest things about being, doing anything sort of in the realm of performing sometimes is you got to sort of see what others see in you, and that is an important to at least understand how you're viewed or how you're seen, and do with that what you will. But yeah, and yeah, what people like about you, and now I see, totally unwatchable without the cam. Alright. Thank you. He knows how to jump. Actually, I think, yeah, we want to be in there, and we're going to go right. Nope. Go further right. I am now not playing this the way I usually do. Alright. I have done this level a completely different way from my usual. And I'm paying for it. Come here. Come here, Thwomp. There we go. And... wait, isn't it this one? No. It was all the way to the right there. Okay, that's okay. We now have a power-up. It's going to be all the way to the right. This is a heck of a way to do this level. Yeah, that's what we want. There we go. A Rotez by any other name is just as sweet, right? Alright, there we go. Bye-bye. Yes, come to me. I like how it moves on the conveyor belt, too. This is Mario, like, calling an artillery strike on that fortress, or what? Pretty sweet. Isn't that a lovely sound? Alright, Tank Armada, the final Tank Armada of the game. They say Mario was so good in the war that he took out a whole column of... shit. An entire armored column. Is that, yeah. Is that the plot of Desert Strike? Yeah, what is the, what is it, the Highway of Death or whatever? Boom. That's what Mario is turning this into, is Bowser's own Highway of Death. Just leaving behind just, you know, tanks. The scored husks. All right. Oh, that's from well, I got it from Mario 64. Yeah, maybe it could be used elsewhere too, but yeah. Pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm just in the Mario 64 folder now.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you.
All right, here he is, the big man himself, Bowser. Sometimes this takes a couple tries. Let's try with Tanuki. He didn't get me on the first laser, for once in my life. Here we go. This is for all the... for all the marbles? Question mark? Coins? God damn it! I need to know too. It's down in B. Okay. Oh, come on. What was that? Mr. Mario, come on. Lost my touch. There you go. They could really just get me if they put lasers in any of these other statues. The laser statues is such a fun... I don't know, I love it. Just... It's so... People would call it a troll. I just call it gaming, you know? Alright. Down in B. Okay. I think we could survive like him hanging out on top of us for a little bit with that. Oh, actually, we can do damage like that. If you can catch him from over top, you can do damage to him like that. We'll see if we can do that as like a last hit. I think, right? Or is it? Maybe I'm thinking about previous. No. I think I'm just thinking about like other bosses and stuff, right? I don't remember. All right, here we go. Love the music here too. Come here, buddy. Oh, shoot. Come on, can we get you to maybe stay in the same spot? We're really just gonna excavate the whole thing here today, you know? Wow. Wrong, yeah. Just got a little anxious there. Obviously. Come on, dude. This is the one. Don't hit me with fireballs through that stuff.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. The power of the stars is restored to the castle.
Oh man, I just did a great salute. You guys couldn't see it. Salute to the heroes here, Mario, you know? What a guy. And his brother Luigi, too. We didn't see any of him today, sadly. Thank you, guys. I always love that you're rewarded with stepping into a, really trippy, glowing portal. This is retro gaming to me. This, like, flashing through the... flashing through these colors here. Come on. It's like looking at the stuff that comes off the little Game Genie cursor on the NES. It's so cool. Probably a lot tougher if you have epilepsy, you know? If you're photosensitive. Probably don't appreciate it that much. Yeah. Oh, how so, Ichigo? Can you get stuck somewhere? The first couple times I played the first time I beat the game prior to the attempt that worked, Bowser died, but I died as we could go die right now, actually. And what happened is he crashed through, and then I accidentally fell down the gap. We could die at this point and have to start the level over, even though he's gone and the door is open. All right, let's go in. Hey, we made it as Tanuki Mario. That's nice.
Thank you, Mario. The power of the stars is restored to the castle. And it's all thanks to you.
Arigato. Yatto kino ko sekai ni waka modo urimashita. It was like, your princess is in another castle. And then, like, just kidding. Would be my luck to Tanuki suit my way down that hole. Oh yeah, just send the statue straight down. All right, Grassland. Hey, in the Japanese version, some of these have a different name. You might notice. Desert Hill. Oceanside. Sounds nice. Big Island. The sky. Iced land. Iced land. Pipe maze. Everybody's favorite. I love the little miniatures of the worlds. Iced tea, yeah. And here you go, Castle of Koopa, K-U-P-P-A. Koopa? If he's defeated with a hammer while he's in midair, he will fly upwards and never return down. That's hilarious. Oh, like maybe, yeah, he just disappears. The game doesn't register as him as having died because he jumped up off the margin or something, you know? Like, oh, that's so funny. That's the end. Sorry about this freaking camera situation. Ooh. Well, guys, it's kind of late, so I think I should cut it. But yeah, thank you. This was fun. Let me go here for a bit. Is anybody streaming right now? Sorry, there would normally be a camera here. Let me see if anybody's streaming. I'm gonna get us out of here in just a bit, but let's possibly do a raid. Oh, I believe Noom just got rolling with Mario Kart World. And yeah, he's only been playing for like 25 minutes. I'm gonna get us into new music. Give him a follow if you would. He does his own music, and also does a bunch of video game covers and plays a lot of cool games, a lot of fun Nintendo stuff too. So we'll go check him out in a bit. I will get us rated in shortly. Thank you guys for hanging. All right, I don't have a long collage for you tonight. I kind of threw this one together, and sorry again about the camera, but I'm usually here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I've got some family coming into town, so this may be the last stream until end of next week. Sorry about that, but we'll be back better than ever. We got to finish Mario 64 and do it right. I'm hoping that'll at least be the next big stream. Maybe I can come by tomorrow for like a couple hours. It's a maybe, yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for hanging. Yeah, Dustin, Rotes, Ichigo. Let's see, Nick. We had a lot of folks. Tintoncito. I'm scrolling back. Herbal Aquarian, Francisco. There were more, but I've scrolled pretty far back, so sorry if I missed you. Nick. All right, everybody else, thank you so much for hanging out. Have a great night. I'll see you next time. Adios.
新しい冒険が今始まろうとしている。愛よ、勇気を奮い立て。僕らはマリオと強くなる。テクニカルファンタジーゲームスーパーマリオブラザーズ3。
He's back. All you had to do was ask. Super Mario Bros. 3 from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power.
Éntrale al gran mundo de Super Mario 3.
Venciendo peligros y obstáculos, acabaremos con todos los enemigos del reino de los hongos y salvaremos a la princesa.
Super Mario 3 exige la garantía y servicio de Seito. Nintendo, la gran diversión.
But before you leave, I'd like you to step inside one more world.
Thank you for coming to the show tonight. I just have to let it go.
That's the game.